Hello out there, everyone in Radio Free Decipher Land. This is Evan Lorenz coming at you from Norfolk in an unusually wacky mood, and with me is Kyle back from Gen Con. How you doing?
Man, that was one hell of an intro.
Thank you. Well, you put me up to it.
Yeah, we, as many of you know out there, Evan and I live together, and my brother called me the other day and thought Evan was me.
Yep, we've decided that one of us has got to get a new voice or something, since no one in the world can tell us apart.
So for the rest of this broadcast, Evan will be speaking with a Russian mafia accent.
No.
All
We
right.
also have joining us today Mr. Dan Bojanowski. How's it going?
Howdy. It's going fine.
As everyone knows out there, Dan is our head of organized play here.
They call me the tournament monkey.
You are the tournament monkey, man. With all these little tournament monkettes helping you out?
Yeah. Right.
Something like that.
Right.
I don't know.
All right, well, we've got some tournament news to talk about. The Coruscant expansion for the Star Wars CCG was just released 2 days ago, and there is the new Episode 1 tournament environment that fully kicks off this week, basically. And so why don't you tell us about the Episode 1 environment, what it's all about, what people can expect.
All right. Well, it's very exciting. I mean, the cards, as you all know, it's a chance to relive the movie and the famous scenes you've seen, the famous dueling, the pod racing, the Senate, all that good stuff. And it's also a chance to start over, basically, to have a smaller card pool to work with. And a lot of the harsh strategies that have been developed over the years are not necessarily in there as strong as they were. So this is a chance to start anew, basically, while we're still staying with the other stuff. Basically, the only difference is that all of the cards in your 60-card deck must have the Episode 1 icon. Most of the cards from the Tatooine expansion and the Coruscant expansion, as you know, have that icon on them. There are a few that do not, so you want to take care when you're building your deck. But it is available in constructed deck and sealed deck format, both.
Now, people at Gen Con and at San Diego were able to play the sealed deck format of this. How was it received? I heard it was very balanced overall.
Yeah, it was really nice. One thing we did not do is take out the non-Episode 1 cards, but I think that would be a smooth transition. But it was really neat as the tournament director to walk around and see objectives being flipped, in sealed deck and pod races going on. It was really neat to see, which you usually don't see objectives in sealed deck. So it was really cool, and people had a blast doing that. And there is one special rule that we did have to implement for the closed environment, and I repeat, it is only for the closed environment, and it's regarding undercover spies. There is a card called Keter the Black, which is an undercover spy, and it's the only undercover spy in the closed environment, and basically there's no way to get rid of undercover spies in the closed environment. So in order to maintain a strategy, the hyperdrive objective for the light side requires you to battle or force drain at a location. So in order to keep that objective playable, we have instituted the following rule, and it's up on the website if you want to check it out, but here's the exact wording. It says a player may initiate a force drain at the same location as the opponent's undercover spy. The undercover spy will then cancel that force drain. They do not prevent the force drain from being initiated as per the normal undercover spy rules. So if Keter the Black is at Watto's Junkyard, you initiate the force drain, they stack a card, and then Keter cancels the drain. So that keeps the objective playable.
Okay.
And now to the good stuff. You know that the prizes, I'm sure you've heard about them by now, they're the infamous foil Darth Maul with lightsaber and foil Qui-Gon with lightsaber.
Oh, that's so good.
That's so good.
They're too cool.
They're very good. I will not give away the special text on this broadcast. However, I will tell you that they are good. You will want them. They will be tournament legal as soon as you get your dirty little hands on them.
Yes, people have been asking about that.
So they're good and you will want them. But they are previews, so if you can't get your hands on one right away, just wait a little bit and they will be available to the general public in an upcoming set.
Okay.
Awesome. Now, I've seen the game text for him.
As have I.
Maul is so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Maul is so cool.
He's a beast.
Yes, he is.
He's a beast.
So maybe in an upcoming RFD, maybe you can give us a hint as to what maybe those two do.
Possibly, yeah.
But not today.
Yep.
But not
so
today.
if any of y'all are wanting to play in one or wanting to run one of these tournaments, make sure that when you're posting your details, you click on that little button at the bottom that says, is this an Episode 1 environment? Make sure you click on that, or you will not get credit for it being an Episode 1 environment tournament.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how did the tournaments at Gen Con go? How many people did we have in the Coruscant pre-release tournament?
We had 2 Coruscant pre-releases, one on Thursday, one on Sunday. The Thursday one, which I wasn't expecting this many, we had 98 or 99. Whole mess of people.
Gen Con has usually had good turnouts for pre-releases we've done there in the past.
And then on Sunday we had, Sunday is usually the day people leave, but we had 70-some show up for that as well. So, and on day one of Continentals for Star Wars, we did have 111, which was very large.
That's great.
So.
That's great. Now, I heard that Jonathan Chu won the Star Wars Continental Championships for North America, and
Chris Sonsby won the track.
First track. Do you know who won the others? I believe
Mark Ponting won the YJ, and Michael Raveling.
Michael Raveling.
Yes.
Is our Jedi Knights North American Continental champion.
So congratulations to all those guys. They did great jobs, and they're getting flown out to DecipherCon. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. It was a really good show at Gen Con this year. We, as many people out there have probably heard because it's been all over the place. We've seen editorial from it on OneRing.net, and various different websites out there have reported on the big event that we did for Lord of the Rings at Gen Con. What we did basically was a sneak preview of the Lord of the Rings trading card game, adventure game, and role-playing game.
Now, as I understand, there were actually hundreds of people at this presentation.
Yeah, it was crazy because we were, all day Thursday and Friday morning, we were handing out passes to go to this sneak preview, and you had to have one of these passes to get in. And we were telling people, look, we're handing out more passes than we actually have room in this hall.
So show up early.
Be there early. So we had a line already at 1:45 when I got there, and the event is at 3, and there was already a line.
And it ultimately spread out down the hallway, out the hotel front door.
By the time we actually let people in at about 3:10 because there were some AV problems with the hotel, but they were able to handle it, and it was everything worked out perfectly. But the line went from the front door where we let people in, it snaked out to a little terrace thing, back to the front door, back to the terrace thing, down to a huge flight of stairs, hotel flight of stairs, and those are usually pretty big, down those stairs into the lobby of the hotel, down around a corner, all the way to an exit of the hotel, and then people didn't want to stand outside because it was too hot, so it started wrapping back around into the lobby of the hotel. It was huge. The other thing that was amazing about this is that not 30 feet away was the Steve Sansweet Star Wars Connections presentation.
Right.
Starting at the same time, at basically the same place. So there was a line that they had too. So all these lines are looping around and all over the hotel, and it was amazing to see all these people. And I am fairly confident that we actually outdrew Steve Sansweet's presentation. I was able to get in there and see the tail end of his presentation as well. He had a very good crowd. Our crowd, we actually filled our room to capacity. There was standing room only in our. I mean, we were having to at the very end barely let people in because we're the fire marshals are going to be all over us because we actually have this room just packed with people, absolutely packed. There was probably about 300 to 350 people in this room, and it was not a big room. We packed.
Some security guards too, right?
Yeah, we had security guards at the front, and they're telling me, dude, I can't let anybody else in. And I'm like, come on, man, you got to let them in. You got to let them in. There's not that many left, so we got them all in there. Now, what we did was, as people entered, we had our Decipher girls hand out exclusive badges to all the people that entered as they walked in. And these badges, we only made 200 of each type. There was actually 2 different kinds of badges. One had Frodo on it, and one had the ring race on it.
Okay.
And so they got one of the 2. So we handed all those out as people came in. Then they sat through this really cool presentation. We showed the very first public images of the cards up on this big giant screen. So everybody was oohing and on. We walked through the first 9 expansion sets for the game. I mean, we've already mapped out the first 9 expansion sets for the game, and we gave dates for all of them, and people were just press and media were there, and they're frantically writing down all these dates and titles and stuff, and it was really cool. Then toward the end of the presentation, we talked about gameplay for the very first time as well. Mark Tuttle was the MC of the event. Many people know Mark Tuttle from DecipherCon and the Star Wars discussion boards, things like that. He was the MC for the event, and he was given some preliminary gameplay, stuff like that. So people got their first glimpse of the gameplay for the first time at this event as well. Then at the end, when he was all said and done, what he told everybody that the 9 Kings of Men, the 9 Nazgul, had been there, and Sauron had planted 9 rings under 9 of the chairs in this hall. And everybody kind of looked at him, just like stared at him like, huh? And Mark said, so you may find a ring under your chair, and then everybody like at once kind of like dove under their chair. Like, can you imagine like 300 people all like diving under their chair at the same time? So 9 people held up their hands that they had gotten a ring, and Mark had them all come up to the front, and we hadn't told them anything about this, and and they all introduced themselves and where they're from, and they were from all over the place. One guy was from Seattle, one guy was local, one guy was New York, one guy was Florida. They were from like all over the place. And he says, so we told Gandalf says that once you've touched the ring, you're changed forever. So what we're going to do is make you guys Lord of the Rings customers for life. So from then on, those 9 people will get one of every Lord of the Rings product that Decipher ever comes out with.
Wow.
For the rest of their life.
Sweet.
That is huge. I was talking to some guy afterwards too, and he said he was sitting right next to one of the guys who pulled one of the rings. And now we had not announced what was going to happen and all this stuff, and the guy like instantly said, "Dude, I'll give you $20 for that ring right now." And the guy was like, no. I mean, literally, that ring was worth like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for this guy. I mean, that's a great prize. That is really awesome. So, everybody was hooping and hollering. One guy was like going, yeah, up at the front. And then as everybody left, they handed out the oversized. Many people may have seen that already, and you'll be able to start getting glimpses of that on our website soon. And OneRing.net, I believe, will have those images up soon as well. Oversized Lord of the Rings cards. So people were able to walk home with big oversized cards, so that's really cool. And we're going to be handing them out, I believe, at Dragon Con as well. So
excellent.
For those of you that can make it to Dragon Con, there's an extra incentive for you.
All right. Wow.
Lots of Gen Con-y goodness.
And for those of you who didn't get to go, well, I didn't either, so.
Poor Evan.
Aww.
And Bojo, you were stuck in the tournament room too.
The whole time. I wish I could have been there.
It was really impressive.
Sounds awesome.
I was able to videotape some of it, so I'm going to try and get together a little movie of it, and maybe we'll get it up on our website.
Excellent.
So you guys can see what all the excitement was about. It was really neat.
All right. So what's next for you guys?
Wizard World.
Wizard World. Yeah.
Bojo and I leave for Wizard World on Wednesday.
Wow.
I've never been. I'm kind of excited.
It's in Chicago.
It is a good show.
Yeah, it's a fun show. It's sort of like a mini Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Mini San Diego Comic-Con.
Which is funny because, if you've never been to San Diego Comic-Con, you would think this is not a small show.
Sure, it's
really.
not a small show, but it's smaller than San Diego for sure.
Yeah.
But it's really fun, and Bojo, what kind of tournaments we got going on there?
Well, we do not have opens going on, but we do have cool tournaments going on. If you're into the Star Wars CCG, we have a King of Corellia tournament, which is kind of an annual thing that they put on. Mm-hmm. The squadron members and tournament directors in Corellia, the region, usually put it on, but we decided to do it at Wizard World this year, which is kind of a bring it type attitude, saying come if you think you can beat the best in Corellia, come and bring it. They said they have special prizes for the top finishing Corellian, but we also, if you're not from the Corellian region, you can still come and play. See if you can beat them. Beat them at their own game, beat them on their own turf.
That's cool.
We also we'll be pre-releasing the Boonta Eve set from Young Jedi. I was down in the tournament room in Gen Con showing off the uncut sheets a little bit, but now we're actually going to have some product to play with.
Boonta Eve is an excellent set.
Dude,
I've been waiting for it for a while because we've kind of had the cards floating around the office a little way.
There is a great character in there named Arlie Rue. He is so good. Wait till you see this guy. He's awesome.
Dude, Rumslag is so much better.
Rumslag is good. Rumslag is good. I'll admit that.
All right. We have obviously tournaments for all of our games. We have Jedi Knights tournaments, some multiplayer, some constructed, some sealed, a little bit of everything. We have some Voyager stuff going on, some Episode 1 formats to play in, constructed and sealed. So whatever you play, we've got it for you.
We've also got some cool celebrities at
true.
Wizard World. We have Paul Blake, who was the man, that did Greedo, which he has not, done very many convention appearances to date. So that's pretty cool.
But we do have a card for him at the booth.
That's right. That, for every $5 purchase of Jedi Knights, you'll be able to get one of the Greedo signable cards, and so be sure and check that out. We're also going to have Richard LaParmentier there, who played Admiral Mahdi. So that's really cool.
And one of your personal favorites, I know.
That's right.
Mostly just because you like to say his name.
That's right. So come by the booth. You can get your free Jedi pack, because there's a Mahdi card in there you can get signed, all kinds of good stuff. We're also going to have a Jedi Knights card of Richard LaParmentier that you can get the same type of thing with Paul Blake's autograph. So that's really exciting stuff.
And everybody knows Mahdi was one of the best cards of the premiere set.
That's right.
He finds your lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah.
Then soon after that, we're actually going to be going down to Dragon Con as well.
Wow. That's
Con
coming up at
Atlanta.
the end of August here.
That's right. The end of August, beginning of September. Labor Day weekend, basically. And we're going to have a lot of celebrities at Dragon Con.
Yeah, who all is going to be down
there?
We're
going to have Paul Blake again and Richard LaParmentier again. They'll both be there. Shannon Boxa, who is Mara Jade. Michonne Bourrier, who is Aura Singh, a definite fan favorite. We're also going to have Jeremy Bullock at the booth. So
nice.
All around nice guy.
Mr. Boba Fett himself. So, hopefully we can get Michonne and Jeremy to do a signing at the same time, the two most infamous bounty hunters from the Star Wars universe.
That would be fun.
So that's going to be really good. We also have, by popular demand, we're also going to be bringing Vaughn Armstrong to Atlanta. So Vaughn Armstrong, who, as everyone knows, is like the Trek god, who has played everything in the Star Trek universe.
And more coming.
As a matter of fact, it's now pretty much public knowledge. We can talk about the fact that he is in the new Enterprise series. He's playing a character named
Admiral Forrest.
That's right, Admiral
is his
Forrest.
character in Enterprise.
And he's basically the head of Starfleet.
Yeah,
which is really, really cool. So, look for him in the upcoming Enterprise, and I'm sure he's going to have a lot of really cool things. You can't talk too much about his part and what he does and stuff like that, but you might be able to talk to him about how it is working with the new cast and stuff like that.
So. And what he can do for you is sign a couple of cards that are going to be available there for the very first time, because
that's right. We're doing a Borg pre-release
down at Dragon
Con. And he has how many cards in the Borg expansion?
He has 3 cards in the Borg expansion. He has Dukaran,
which
everyone has seen, the oversized card. He has 2 of 9,
the Borg,
and Lansor,
who is also 2 of 9.
Yes, Lansor is the non-aligned version of 2 of 9 after he has been freed from the collective.
That's right. So he has 3 cards in the Borg
all in one set. Add that to all the other cards he already has: Drenal, Dr. Telek Ramor, Chorus, and
Dinar, Wormhole.
Who can list them all? Who can keep track?
It's awesome. So you can get a plethora of signatures from Mr. Armstrong that weekend.
Nice word use.
Yes, he is. He's such a nice guy. He's so fun to talk to, too. And he is a Pente fiend. He is very good at Pente.
He's good at it, yes.
So I'm sure he would love to play anybody at Pente. So he was, when he was in San Diego, he would finish his signing and he'd go right down to the Pente table and just start playing people.
Yes.
It was really cool.
Taking on all challengers.
That's right.
That's good.
So I mean, I'm not sure if he's going to be taking on all challengers in Atlanta, but we'll see.
Okay, cool.
Like those guys mentioned, we do have 2 Borg pre-releases set up for Dragon Con, and we will be unfolding a new format, basically, for for those pre-releases. It should be going up on the website very shortly how that's going to work, but just stay tuned. It's going to be neat. It's going to be
format.
fun. Yeah.
Tantalizing.
Yeah, exciting
You're
stuff.
You're such a tease today,
I am
Dan.
a tease.
All right. Well, we'll watch for that.
What other big tournaments we got going on there?
Of course, we have opens for all 4 of our games. So this is one of your last chances to win a buy into day 2.
That's right.
So come on out, and we got tournaments again for, we got closed environment stuff, we've got opens, we've got pre-releases for the board, anything your little heart could desire for gaming.
Excellent.
So much to do. So much to do in so little time. So let's end the show today with a bang. What do you say?
Okay, let's do that. Since we've been talking about Borg here a little bit at the end, I will throw out a Borg spoiler for you.
Oh, that's so good.
I have chosen a dilemma just because there are a fistful of very beefy dilemmas. Now, Kyle's pointing to one in particular, but what he doesn't know is this is going to go on the website next week.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the one next to it, which is pretty good too. This is a dilemma. It is card number 8 R. It's a rare.
Awesome.
It is called The Clown My Festival.
I'm afraid of clowns.
Clowns are scary.
Everybody's afraid of this clown. This is from the episode The Thaw, the Michael McKean character that a lot of people were asking about. Why wasn't the clown in Voyager? And he makes his first appearance here in the Borg. This card is called The Clown My Festival. It is a planet-space dilemma. The lore is the subconscious world of the coal settlers turned nightmarish when a character arrived to embody their anxiety and fears, playing games with them according to his own malicious rules.
Malicious.
Totally malicious. And the text reads, to get past crew or away team must have no fewer personnel than lowest integrity present and no more personnel than highest integrity present.
Goofy.
So it is a wallish, filtery kind of thing because you can't continue past it with too few people and you can't continue past it with too many people, depending on the integrity of who's there.
Wow.
So there you have it. It's probably going to be a lead-off in a lot of combos, I would expect.
Wow. That's fun.
Yeah. And then people will get to see the dilemma you were pointing to.
That's just the image on that one that, we're like getting crazy here because nobody can see what we're talking about,
course.
but it's a really cool image.
So, and of course, things have been going up on the website this week. You've already seen kind of a taste of how the Hirogen are going to work. The Hirogen Hunt card went up. Of course, the Ultra Rare came up, and congratulations to Matthew Blackwell on winning the Guess the Ultra Rare contest.
Awesome.
And there you have it.
That's it. RFD is done for this week.
Anything else you want to squeeze in before taking off for Wizard World?
You know what? It's not really.
Okay. Excellent.
All right, everybody out there, have a great weekend, and hope to see a lot of you at Bojo and I hope to see a lot of you guys at Wizard World next week. So take care and
have a good weekend.
Yeah.